Tell me about your job as a spokesman, as a youth leader. Do you feel that the youth of Uganda can have a particular voice? And what is your part in encouraging them?
Yeah, as a spokesperson, I did my part. And I do my part to speak on behalf of the youth in Uganda. But in the process, you are deterred somehow. But the youth of Uganda are still in the situation of fear. Fear has been instigated in the youth of Uganda. Poverty has been instigated in the youth of Uganda. And once somebody is poor, is not able to be active. A university graduate will be getting $100 a month. How do you expect him to be active? So, the youth of Uganda, you must realize that the youth actually take around 70% of Uganda's population. And they are the majority, they are the unemployed, they are the ones in poverty, they are every sort of thing. But I believe the youth of Uganda can do something to this nation. It's upon the youth of this nation to rise up against this system, this rotten system of government. They are the ones to rise up against this system, and once they can do that, they can be better Uganda. And that's why I keep calling upon the youth of Uganda to unite against this regime.
Please talk about some of your colleagues and their difficulties in supporting you with your work.
Yeah, my colleagues, some are in Forum for Democratic Change. My colleagues, some are in African Youth for New Democracy. But still, as I explained earlier, that they receive resistance as opposition during the operation of the activities. Men have been arrested. I may speak on behalf of the youth that as I speak now, there are over 80 people still in prison. Since 2009, they are still in prison. They have never appeared in court. After the Buganda riots, these youth are still rotting in prisons around the whole of Uganda. And nobody is coming up to bring this to attention. The government is still holding this youth. The government is trying to suppress the activities of the youth in the system of Uganda. If you looked at the system, the government structure, you will not find the youth. It's all with the Kotogian leaders, which is extremely very sad. And you find the youth have been left aside. You try to fight on, they are arrested. You go to the prisons full of the youth. The youth cannot do better for themselves. The system has been rotted for them to operate. So I think the youth of Uganda, I just call upon them to continue uniting, coming together into different small organizations. Let them organize themselves. Bring different ideas, and Uganda can be a better place.
By publishing your book, you've put yourself in the public view and also in great danger. Tell me how your book has been accepted and how many people might have been able to read it.
Me, myself, I'm a human rights activist. Right from when I was a small boy. So, writing my book, I entitled it Silent Terror and Anarchy Returns to Africa. I wrote this book. I did a lot of research on it. It's we, the youth, who can come up and rise up against these systems, expose what we think is not right, help out those who can't speak out loud to their expectation, and put out their voices to the world and help out these countries. We are the people who can do that. Anybody who can unite with me can do this. And This is not the first book I'm going to write. This is not the first book I've written, and it's not the last. Many are coming. Many are still coming on human rights. I'll go across the entire Africa looking at all these issues and trying to make sure I bring them on board. My life can be put in. It's not the first time I've seen my life being put in danger. And once it's put in danger, the world which knows the truth would always set it free.
You have been threatened many times. So why do you think you are still...
My courage and my level to stand out. Many of my friends have been killed. I was in Uganda. I saw my friends being arrested, being tortured, being killed. I had a friend, used to be called Tom Julunga, was shot with 5 bullets. Up to now, the report has never come out. I had another friend, was called, another colleague I knew was called Tom Lugon Vincent, was shot in 2005. With this situation, shot and beaten up to death, which is, they are killing this youth. So I believe that it's me coming up and exposing myself to the public and trying to be the voice of what I think is right, that I'm able to live and be happy. And I believe a lot they should expect from me. A lot should come out. I'm willing to fight to the expectation to see that we have better Uganda, we have better life back in Uganda.
Your strong spirit of courage and hope seems indestructible. Where does it come from? Where does the support of your spirit come from?
The courage and the spirit comes from the situation I've passed through. The conditions I've seen, those conditions which are so disguising and intimidating, I've seen keep me moving. And the situation the Kampala regime has behaved on its people keeps me moving, saying, I have hope to change something. I can change something and bring hope to the people of Uganda.
And where do you find joy in your life now?
Where I find joy in my life, I think my joy will soon come when everything comes to pass. When everything comes to pass in my country and I see everybody happy, everybody on me being happy, and I find joy, doesn't satisfy me unless everybody has joy in the heart and everybody is contented with whatever is taking place.
In what way do you want to help your country from such a distance? Are there special things you can do while you're outside the country that you are unable to do inside the country?
Yeah, actually I'm planning to set up a foundation to help out young children who are suffering on the streets of Kampala, to try and bring the truth to board in my distance, run the system, try to expose the rotten regime in Uganda. And once all that I've done, I think I would have done the best for my country and the whole nation at large.
Or would there be a final legacy that you would Would there be a final legacy you would like to leave your country if this is achieved?
The final legacy would be to see my country with hope, with happy people, a country with respect to human rights, a country with respect to women dignity, a country with respect to the youth, a country with respect to its people entirely.
Thank you very much, Mukiibe.
Welcome. Thank you.